And this will make you smile.
Jen's Regional Roundup.
It's the middle of the week, so it's off to the middle of the country, where one of our regional reporters is standing by to tell us what is happening in their neck of the woods. Sarah Jane Foster from the Midlands, are you there?
I am here. Good morning, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm grand. How are you feeling about everything? Are you feeling as depressed as me and my whole team?
Well, not too bad now after you're giving us a free pass to do whatever we want for
whatever
today.
You want.
Like ice cream in the morning, not bad.
Whatever you want to do, you do it today. If you want to have that affair, maybe don't have that affair or don't talk about it. If you want to have ice cream, if you want to have a drink, whatever you want to do, just do it safely, okay? Because I don't want to be getting myself into trouble.
Oh, Lord, you're so
So what do you want to do, Sarah? You have a free pass for the day. What are you thinking?
I'd like to have a day off work, maybe. That wouldn't be so bad, would it?
Oh, you're going out? What? No.
You're mad.
Well, you can finish after this. Okay, a little bit of time off, a little bit of R&R for Sarah Jane Foster. That's what you need. Well,
yes,
you go and do that after this segment. Let's talk about what's going on in the Midlands. It was a sad day when we heard that our own RT Midlands correspondent, Kieran Malooly, was retiring. You went to meet him.
Yeah, I did. So I went to his house up in Roscommon. So I went to meet him in his hometown, and he's a really, really nice man, really approachable. He's really well got among the community in Ballyleague. I was actually so shocked, to hear that he was retiring at such a young age. But I mean, he has achieved so much in his career, and he has so much more ambitions for his life, that energy is just infectious.
Yeah, he wants to take a break from journalism and do something else, which is very brave because, like you said, he's still quite young and he just wants a different direction in his life. But you have an exclusive for the show from Kieran, don't you?
Yes, I do. So nobody else knows this. He hasn't spoken about it on TV or in any newspaper. So this is exclusive for the Jennifer Zamparelli show.
Oh! Let's have a listen.
I'm going to give you and Jennifer as an exclusive on this one. If my sister was here today, she'd tell you the family secret. When I was small, very, very small, as in back maybe 4 or 5 years of age, she tells me, I don't remember it obviously, that in our old house, which was a thatched house my mum and dad had, I used to go into a cupboard under the television, and close the door, and then I'd say, turn me on, somebody. And she said they would come up and knock on the door, and I would pretend I was on the radio.
Oh, bless him. Well, he's had an amazing career. He said, I'm leaving RT News with some regret, but also with considerable optimism for the future. What an incredible man.
Yeah, no, he's been absolutely amazing. He's just so well got by everybody. And I'm sure that wasn't an easy decision to make. But, he seems really content with his decision.
And he had one piece of advice for everybody out there. Have a listen to this.
I'll give you one straight piece of advice. Follow your dream. That's what I say to the kids when I go to schools and I speak at transition years and graduation dues. There'll be stumbles along the way and there might be difficulties.
Oh, he sounds lovely. And he did a signature sign-off for us, didn't he?
This is so iconic. So to hear this in person was unbelievable. I absolutely loved it.
Let's have a listen.
Kieran Malooly, RTE News, for the final time on the banks of the River Shannon in County Roscommon.
There we go. Now, did he inspire you a little bit?
Oh, he definitely did. The advice that he was given there about following your dreams, that's a really, really easy thing to say. But when it's coming from the likes of Kieran Malooly, who actually implemented that into his life, it's so infectious, and he really did follow his dreams, and he's achieved so much in his life.
Good on him. And still a lot more to do. Now, listen to me. Tell us about James Walsh, will you, in Offaly? He's not afraid of a bit of work, is he?
I knew you'd like this story with James Walsh. He is unbelievable. He is a 79 years old man from County Offaly. He's been working in trace synthetic packaging in Clara for over 65 years. He's literally been working there since he was 14. Can you imagine the amount of changes he would have seen within that company over the years?
That is incredible. And no sign of him retiring on the other end of the scale.
I know, that's the thing. He's still going strong there. I'm there going, I was thinking back to one of my first jobs that I got when I was 14. It was here in Mullingar. It was in a pound shop. Maybe it wasn't a pound shop at the time. I was a Euro store. And I absolutely loved it. I was just having the best time ever. And I remember I was working so much at the time. I was in school Monday to Friday. Then I think Thursdays and Fridays I was in the shop in the evenings, then working Saturdays and Sundays. So I was making all this money. I had no time to spend it. So I took this notion one of the days. I was like I have all this money, but like I'm going to have to spend it. And I remember it was coming up to Christmas. So I decided to reward myself for a day off. And my dad woke up and he's like, what are you doing? Why are you still here? And I was like, oh, I have to go do my shopping. He was like, you can't just take a day off like that. And I was like, oh, no, I can. He was like, no, you absolutely cannot. He was like, get your arse into work now. So I had to go into work that day. But look, it was it paid off.
It paid off. And that sentence obviously stuck with you, Sarah Jane Foster. You can't take a day off, because you said to me at the top of this, without even knowing what we were talking about, that you need a day off. So obviously your father's words have stuck with you. You're a bit of a workhorse, are you?
Yeah, for sure. And he's the very same. But no, it was good words of encouragement, definitely at that age, that you definitely needed to hear.
Absolutely. I remember my first job as well. It was I was a chambermaid in a hotel, scrubbing toilets. I make a really good bed, Sarah Jane Foster.
I know right well.
I make a really good bed. But I can't imagine, I mean, he's a rarity, James Walsh, because there's not many people who would still be in exactly the same job so many years later. Or is there? I don't know. 51552. I'd love to hear from you. But James Walsh, fair play to you. Now, what's this about a live gig in County Westmeath? What, really? A live gig? Is it happening?
Don't. Doesn't that sound so foreign to us when we're saying that? It's like, what the hell? But yes, Take It to the Limit is a summer drive-in concert in Kilbeg in County Westmeath. So you drive in, you park your car, and then you tune your radio into the concert, and you just enjoy this outdoor concert. There's 2 huge screens each side of the stage, and it's a really big event. Like, everybody's talking about it here in the Midlands. The likes of Johnny Brady, Simon Casey, and the Sheeran family are going to be there. It's going to be brilliant.
Is there tickets still available? Do you know?
Yes, there is on tickettothelimit.ie. Tickets are available, €60 per car of 4.
Now, speaking of which, finally, what's this I hear about you wanting a motorbike license? Is this a thing you're doing? Have you started lessons? Where did this come from?
Yeah, so I am waiting to do my motorbike test. I'm so eager to get it. So basically, you have to apply for your motorbike test, but to do that, you have to do your driver theory test, and then you have to do 18 hours on a motorbike. It's called the IBT, so your Irish Basic Training. So I've all that done, and I got an email there the other day to say that there's a backlog of it, of everyone doing their tests. So I'm going to be doing mine pretty soon. Going to be doing it on a 125, so it's a smaller bike. Now, my drive instructor, he did want me to do it on the bigger bike, which is a 600cc bike, and like, I'm quite small, I'm 5'2", and this bike is huge. He put me on this during one of my lessons, and I actually fell off. Oh my good God, mortified. And you know when everyone's making a fuss over you and you're so embarrassed, and you're like, oh no, just stop making a fuss over me.
Yeah.
I was more worried about his bike. I actually bent the handlebars on it, but I'm hoping I won't have to take as many times to do my motorbike test as I did for my car. Like, it took me 5 times to do my car.
Stop it!
I did. I wouldn't mind. I'm actually a good driver, but who would take 5 times?
Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like it. 5 times. I think you might have the Irish record for the person who had to do the test the most times. I never
done that either. But in my defence, my instructor, one of the times, I remember we were coming up to this junction, he was like, turn left. And I was like, oh my God, I was like, this is a one-way street, like I can't go left. I was saying in my head, and I just put on the indicator to go right, and he was panicking. He was like, you need to go left. And I was like, I just blurted out, I was like, I can't turn left, it's a one-way street. And then he was panicking. I was like, I'm just driving back. So I just drove back to the test centre. I failed, obviously.
Okay, so that was one time. We don't have time for the other 4 times you failed, but I'm glad you admitted that live on the national airwaves. All your friends and family will be delighted to hear that, and also shit scared to get into a car with you. Sarah Jane Foster, thank you for all the goss from the Midlands. And is she the woman in Ireland who has failed her driving test the most? 5 times it took her to get it?